Welcome back to Boujee Bravo Bitches, where we talk all that Bravo tea from basic to bougie. We are your hosts. I'm Jenna.
I'm Darcy.
And I'm Amanda. Let's get into it, bitch.
Hi, bitches.
Hey, girl.
How's it going?
Great.
It's going.
How are you?
I'm good. I have to say this because I said it when we logged on because we can see one another, but literally the two of you with your glasses and buns, I'm like, which one is which? It was hard to tell until I zoomed in.
We both have black t-shirts on too.
You're dressed in the uniform. I did not come correct today.
Look, you have your little cardigan on and your sweater.
I know. I didn't have time to change.
You're so professional.
You look so professional.
I didn't have time to change. But
you can just see Spider-Man in the background. That's how you know it's me.
I love it.
And I've got a giant plant.
I gotta be honest, babes. I am checked out and ready for my vacation, but not checked out of this podcast. I'm here for this, but I'm checked out on life and ready.
Has your anxiety lesson for last week? You were very anxious about the tickets. What happened?
Okay, Darcy, tell her what happened.
We're going to BravoCon VIP, baby.
Just like a bougie Bravo bitch would. Yeah, we gotta talk about just the whole ticketing process because seriously, people I've on some of the Facebook groups I'm on are losing their minds.
Absolute pandemonium.
It's really wild. People are claiming that things were bought by bots and people are just scalpers are buying to resell. And I don't doubt that some of that stuff is happening, but I'm just gonna share our experience of getting the tickets because I didn't have that difficult of a time. So I'm a Bravo insider. Ooh, exciting.
Ooh, girl, you fancy.
Which literally means I signed up for 2 fucking emails every day. But anyways, so Thursday they were be prepared for an announcement. So literally at 11:59, I was ticket sales are going on sale tomorrow at 12. I bet the announcement is going to come today at 12. You get to buy, here's your code kind of thing. So I logged on to the Bravo broadcast channel right at 11:59 on Instagram, and it literally came right through. And I was got it, went right to the website. I was already logged in with credit card info from last year because it's through Front Gate. So immediately bought it, but I think I don't know what happened. I don't know if the quantity of tickets got changed or if I was just so anxious I didn't double check, but I only got 1 VIP ticket and I was oh, I guess I'm going solo. So Darcy was going into a meeting. I was literally about to start a session. I put this lady off. I'm oh, sorry, I have internet troubles. Therapist of the year. So then I'm sitting there. I'm refresh. All tickets are carded. Refresh. And 10 minutes in, I got another ticket in the cart and bought it, no problem. And then I went back and I bought us Bravo Palooza one every single day.
I didn't know you went back and bought the Bravo Palooza after you got the 2 tickets.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't have any difficulties. And people are really complaining hard. You guys could speak to it too because you're on some of those forums. But I mean, if I could get 2 tickets on separate transactions and separate Bravo, actually it was 2 different transactions for the Bravo Paloozas too, just because I wanted to split it up between a card I get points and then cash. And so I had 4 transactions total and within from 12 to 12:32. And I got everything that we wanted.
That was so smart of you to log on to their Instagram right at noon.
I don't know what made me think about it because it wasn't like that last year, Amanda, remember?
I was going to say, I feel I was part of the BravoCon Facebook group and then I told you to join it. But when you got the tickets, you called me when I was at work and you're I got the tickets. And I don't remember it being so bad last year.
I don't either.
But like you said, it's at Caesars Forum and it's only a 10,000 people venue. So maybe there's less people or maybe they're selling more one-day tickets.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel there's so many theories. What have you seen, Darce? What have you seen posted?
Middle-aged women having complete meltdowns because they built the Bravo Empire and can't go to BravoCon. But besides that,
that's our audience. We love you, middle-aged women who love Bravo.
I am a middle-aged woman. Okay, that is me.
Are we middle-aged?
No, I'm 30. I'm 37. So I feel that's pretty much
you're
middle-aged.
I say at age 35.
No, I mean, I completely get like the disappointment and the frustration with the ticket buying process. Like, I was able to score tickets to the Blink 182 concert. Like, it was insane trying to get those. And like every time you added it, it'd be like someone else has added it to the cart.
Yeah.
So like that
Ugh,
process
I hate
of
that.
thinking you secured it and then you go to check out and it's not there. But a lot of people have been saying they struggled with like the I am a human, like those little
The
CAPTCHA.
I didn't have that. I did not have
Oh.
that. So I guess
And I
they
also,
just
you
knew
kept
I was
said
a
you
human.
kept refreshing. I feel like people would see it's already been carded and just
And they
give
just
up.
assumed. Yeah, I think just
Mhm.
people were like not very smart, honestly. Like I'm like carded doesn't mean sold out. Like it'll say sold out when it's sold
Yeah,
out. So
yeah.
I just kept trying and like it didn't take much longer. And I knew we'd get one. I was like, well, we'll get it today or we'll get it tomorrow. Like it's not a big
Mhm.
deal. Or I'll buy 3 1 days. Like it's not a big deal. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Or I'll buy 2 GAs and I'll sell this one. Like it was just like I don't know. I didn't think it was that serious. And Thursday, like there were a lot like comments, like people being disappointed, but like we'll try tomorrow. But then Friday, like the
Yeah.
masses tried to get these tickets, but I'm like, you got people at like 1 o'clock, like, it says sold out. I'm like, yeah, because they were on sale an hour ago. Like, what did you think was gonna
What
happen?
did you think was going to happen? I mean, 10,000 people is not that much people when you think about it.
I
No,
know.
and you think about the Bravo fan base, like Scandival brought in a whole new batch of people who have never been into it. And
Yeah.
BravoCon has started to play such a role in all of these shows. Like
Mhm.
it's mentioned, it's talked about, like people are gonna want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus,
exactly.
it's in a new venue. It's in Las Vegas. So, like, maybe a lot more West Coasters are coming than whatever
Yeah.
have come last year. You know, it's like, who doesn't want to go to Vegas? To me, it's like, yes, adult playground. I'm there. I'll
Yeah.
go for anything. What are we going for?
I've seen a lot of people too said they were like canceling their flights and canceling their hotel rooms. And
Yeah.
it's just like,
I still
hold
would
up.
have
Like if you
gone.
really want to go, like hold out a little bit longer. Like
I know.
tickets, I'm sure will pop up.
Yeah, they
'cause-
didn't even sell the one-day tickets. Like maybe you
Yeah,
could
they
just
go
go on
sale
Saturday.
Friday.
I feel like when we went to BravoCon last year, Saturday was the busiest day
It's
for
true.
sure.
It's true. Friday was like, meh. Saturday was like annoyingly slammed. And Sunday
Yeah.
people were like tapping out because they were
Yeah.
like too tired from the whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like this new thing with the wait list, like I'm curious to see what that actually is, or like, does anyone ever get
If
off
one
the
more
wait
person
list?
asks on Facebook what the wait list is, I'm gonna lose my shit. Nobody
Well,
knows, you guys. We're all in the same boat. How do I know if
I
you
know.
don't know? Like we've all gotten the same exact information.
Like,
And that's Bravo really dropping the ball. Is like there's been a significant lack of communication around all of this. Like explain what the wait list is. Like
Yeah.
give people some reassurance. But also wildly entertaining to watch from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Knowing that we've scored our tickets.
I know, like maybe I like probably I'd be like annoyed, but I don't think one, I'm certainly not the type of person that would be writing about it in a Facebook group, and two, like I would just be like, okay, whatever, that sucks. All right,
Yeah,
like, I'm still gonna go to
exactly.
Vegas, and I'll
Mhm.
probably still see
Yeah.
people, and like I'll just like follow the trends of like where are they going to restaurants. Like it's like that's would have been me, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
And then like it'd be like, okay, I can go next year. Like I know I tried in 2019. I had 3 computers going in my office, and then the girl next to me, she had 3 computers going too. And we didn't get tickets, but I didn't like lose my shit. I was just like, oh, that sucks. I didn't get tickets this year.
Right? It's like okay, it is
I
what
didn't
it
have a
is.
full-blown meltdown.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess like I might have different feelings if we didn't score the tickets, but I do have different feelings on the process of because like it wasn't that challenging. Like I logged
Yeah.
on at 12 and got my ticket right away. By 12:02,
Mhm.
that email was in my thing. That's with typing in all my address and everything
Yeah.
like that.
You're awesome.
The further along you got though, the less time that the cart had. Like the first time when I got the first ticket, I had 9 minutes to do it. When I went to go get Darcy's ticket, I had 1 minute and 38 seconds to type everything
That's like
in.
a race against the
I
clock.
know. I was like, thank God I type like 100 words a minute. Lots of practice. But I'm pumped. I just want to know when Watch What Happens Live tickets go on sale. I would love to go to just one of those tapings this year, like the Legends Ball, preferably, if they even do it.
We'll see.
I
And
feel like there's such a void of like what they're doing.
I can't
Like,
wait
it's
to
giving-
hear who is in your Bravo Paloozas. That's what I
I
want to
know.
I've
know.
got 3 separate options.
I
know.
can't even deal.
I'm pumped about that. That was the highlight of going last year. Was definitely
Yeah.
the Bravo Palooza, which we went into for free $99, and like we
Yeah.
almost got stopped at the door. We had to get the guy.
Oh my
to
God, we
come
were
back
like
and be
waiting
"Let
at the
us in."
door. They wouldn't let us in.
Yeah.
He was like, "You don't have a ticket. I can't let you in." We're like, "No, we can go in."
Yeah. We're like, we can go in because so and so said so. They're like, yeah, I don't know who that is. And
Yeah.
then he came and they did know who that was.
Yeah.
So
And then they let us in.
yeah. He's like, just tell me next time, bro. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So funny.
It's going to be a good time. I'm excited. I'm getting my restaurant resis ready. I am ready to rumble. We are not, if anyone's looking for us, we will not be staying at Caesar's just because I think it's old and grody. Or the Link because I just think it's like robotic, or Harrah's because that's gross. So, what I do feel like is up to my bougie standards is like a nice little stay at the Venetian. I'm into that. So, that's where you can find us.
I'm just along for the ride. Never been to Vegas. I'm going into this like
Strap
so
in,
blind.
babe.
I'm just like, all right, let's
Strap
do it.
in.
Jenna, when we were at BravoCon, she's like, I have a reservation for this restaurant. She had every reservation. I'm like, all right, let's. You are way more organized than me because I'm like, let's just walk down the street and see what we find.
I also like waited till the 11th hour and I was like, okay, Amanda, I don't think I can stay at the place that you made a reservation.
She
Can you
did.
cancel it? And I changed it to Hard Rock because I didn't want to stay there. Because I'm bougie.
She did. I died.
And
I
how
died.
nice was that hotel?
It was
I
super
did that.
nice. It was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. Also, just to kind of announce it, if any other like fellow Bravo podcasters are listening, we put it out there. We're gonna set up some kind of like meetup just for podcasters and content creators, just to get a little HH, a little happy hour, maybe on Thursday or after BravoCon day 1, Friday.
Cocktail party.
Yeah,
I'm
just meet up at some place together and chill, hang out. Nothing formal, nothing fancy, just creative minds getting together.
So fun for you guys.
Well, you might be coming. I have
Maybe.
hope that you're
We'll
gonna
try.
come
We'll
for
try.
one day.
Brian's like, you can go. You can go. I'm
Do
like,
it.
all right, let me
I
figure
will-
it out. Let me
Listen.
figure it
Go
out.
I've got some appointments on Friday, but I will like work what we can coordinate to secure you a ticket.
Secure a ticket.
Yeah, come for one day.
I'm gonna try to figure it out. So we'll see.
All right. You let us know. I
We'll
think
have so much fun.
anything else on BravoCon?
No, but I'm super excited for you guys. I will
I'm
say
excited
that.
too. Now though, I'm like, oh, it's like so many months from now. Like that is
It's in November. It's not that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. My time flies. I feel like I have no time. My days just fly by.
yeah. I'm
Mhm.
like, it's a lot of time to start planning outfits.
I was
It's
gonna
almost
say.
August.
I know.
I know.
What's the weather like in Vegas? Like, obviously, I know Las Vegas is hot, but like November.
I would say like 70s to 80s probably. That's like my intuition tells me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's hot day, but like deserts are usually cold at night, right?
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll
It's a
have
different
cardigan
kind of
ready.
heat. It's a different kind of heat.
I always travel with an emergency cardigan.
Cute.
Emergency cardigan. I'm dead.
Cute.
I'm serious.
I'm dead.
70.
Let's get into. No, it's 70. All right,
Yeah.
that's not bad. I could do 70.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into some Bravo news. Not a ton going on in the Bravoverse this past week. I feel like everything was just so dedicated to BravoCon. Like, other like shocking news kind of took a back seat. But we talked a little about last week how VPR, they were on their cast trip and to Lake Tahoe. And I don't think that he had shown up yet, or maybe he had, but Sandoval is on the trip because they were going to like Lisa's new restaurant in Tahoe. Wolf. Interesting.
Wolf.
Doesn't sound like any of her other
It
restaurants
does
that all
not
start
fit
with
in.
Vanderpump.
Yeah.
But it's like a different vibe in Lake Tahoe, right? Like
It is a different
Wolf is
vibe.
like, I feel like it's like a forest.
It is a
Rustic.
very different vibe. Very
Yeah.
different kind of people in Tahoe. Depends what side of the lake you're on too. Like the north side are like a little weird and the south side are a little more bougie. So it depends what side you're on.
You're like a little Tahoe expert.
I went one time and I went to the north side because I was there for a wedding and I stayed in like a fucking haunted hotel. Like it was so creepy AF and it was COVID And so there was like no one there, and this hotel was like its own village. It was so creepy. There was a ghost. It kept coming and like turning all the lights on while we were sleeping. Like, it was so bad. It was so
That
bad.
sounds
Maybe it was
amazing.
just bad electric, bro.
Right. That's what they all say. Look up why do my lights turn on and off on their own, and it will say like paranormal
You got
activity.
bad electric.
Paranormal activity. No,
Actually,
we were staying in a super nice resort.
When my husband's grandfather passed away, the light in our hallway, like literally at the time that he passed away, like a few minutes later, started flicking on and off.
See?
And then I was like, that's so crazy. And then my father-in-law was like, yeah, he was coming to say goodbye to you guys. I'm like, oh my God, what if he really was?
See?
Yeah.
Paranormal activity on the next podcast. Anyways, they were in Tahoe. Sandoval was there, and there was like a fan wanted a photo, and he was in the mix, so he took the photo, and Sheena's taking a lot of shit for standing next to him in the photo.
I mean, what is she supposed to do? Like, say no thank you?
I know.
It's
A lot of people came to her defense, including Ariana. She came to her defense, and she said, like, leave her alone. It's not a big deal. Like, this is work, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
And Lala came to her defense, and so did Brock. He wrote, like, something really nice, like, leave my wife alone.
I mean, if she said, no, I'm not taking the picture, she would have got shit as well.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just seems like it worked out to where they were standing. I don't think it was intentional, but they also, I just read this like right before we logged on, that they did some sort of like meditation, like exercise, and they all had to be paired up, and she got paired with him, and she said it was so uncomfortable because they're like not friends anymore.
But I also feel out of everybody, she's the one that was like closer to him. So
yeah.
I mean, they're not going to put fucking Lala with him. She'll punch him in the face, I feel like.
I know. But I'm like,
I'd watch that.
They wouldn't put Schwartz with him? Like,
was Schwartz there?
The obvious choice. I mean, he was in the photo. He was in the photo. Okay. There. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then also, did you guys see that James got graham cracker back?
I did see that.
But his name isn't Graham anymore. It's Hippie now.
That poor dog.
I know.
And Rachel's mom said that she wasn't the one who turned him in, but then like who would turn him into the shelter?
Guys, it's like Lucy Apple Juicy
it
part
is.
2. And I need Dorit to call in the tip line.
Somebody contact. Who do they contact in the West? Like I know in New York they contact the Post.
What is it? What the heck is it? I know what it is.
Was it a website?
TMZ?
No, it's not TMZ.
It's like not. Yeah, it's like not page. It's like whatever the page 6 of the West Coast is.
Yeah, I am not sure, but because they were like, you called.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. I just know in New York they always talk about the Post. They're like, Sonia, you called the Post.
I didn't talk to the Post. That's not what I said.
So funny. So funny. Yeah, so he got the dog back, and then he decided to rename the dog after his late. Did you guys know that? Is it George Michael? I didn't even know he died. Am I like missing
He
something?
did?
I didn't think he died either, but the post I read said like his late godfather, George Michael. I gotta look that up too.
I'm doing it right now.
We're all Googling.
George Michael. Dead.
He's dead, guys.
Yeah, he died in 2016.
I didn't he have know like that.
I think I confuse him with Boy George a lot, even though they're clearly not the same. Freedom.
He had a bad liver.
Which one's Freedom? Boy George or George Michael?
George Michael.
Yeah, I don't.
Freedom.
Anyways, it was his dog's name, and so he renamed him Hippie.
Okay.
Rachel gets a name change. Graham gets a name change.
Oh yeah, and Rachel is Rachel again.
Everyone's changing names.
Yeah. That's it from the VPR corner. Other than Ariana is going to be on Love Island, and she just like filmed her promo. Radar Online. Radar Online.
That's what it is. You're absolutely right. Yep, I haven't gone to that website.
Radar with like Perez Hilton, just like trash. Don't believe a word of it.
I feel like Perez isn't really. I haven't gone to PerezHilton.com in years. And I used to go to Radar
like nice
Online,
now. I know. I don't care about him anymore because he's nice. Like if he wants to go back to being mean to people, then I will read. He's too nice now. Other West Coast news: Erica Jane gets to keep her diamond earrings.
I saw that.
Big win for her.
It's a win. She could go on the next reunion and be like, period, I told you it was going to happen. I wonder why she got to keep them. She must have a good lawyer.
Loopholes and legalities.
She must have a sick lawyer.
I mean, all she's proving is that she was not in the know, basically, right?
I never thought she was in the know. Like,
I don't think
how
so
would she
either.
know where her man is getting his money? Like, he is this
No.
old man. She was this young, naive dancer, we'll
Yeah.
say. She didn't know.
Adult entertainer.
She was living the high life. She didn't care where his money was coming from. There's no way she knew he was.
Why should she? And
Exactly.
why should she? Yeah.
I've
So she
always
gets to
been
keep her
of the
diamonds.
side that she didn't know what was going on.
This is just like a side gross note, but like I saw that Ashley Darby posted a picture of her with Monique, and I just
So
said,
I didn't know you didn't
gross.
like Monique.
No. Do you?
Oh, I mean, I think she was entertaining.
No, I thought she was such an annoying tryhard from day one. And
I
her
don't know.
stupid bird, if you bring that bird
She
around
lost her
me,
bird. Her
no.
bird flew away and
What
died.
kind of bird? What?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had this bird,
Like some kind of parrot.
and she would always
Not like Kiwi. Not like Kiwi the parrot.
Kiwi
she
was
would
a
like
great
wear him on
bird.
her shoulder, and then like he flew away.
He would bite people. Yeah.
He flew
no.
away.
No, I wasn't a fan.
I didn't know
Also,
that.
I meant to tell you this because you always call Chris Samuels big boy. He's not so big anymore. He's slim and trim.
Well, I didn't
There you
know
go.
that. I'll have to look it up.
Divorce agrees.
Divorce agrees. You're probably like, go Chris.
Divorce agrees.
They got 3 kids together, although rumor is the 3rd child is not his.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, fun fact for y'all.
Drama.
Very interesting. In let's say East Coast news. So while on Watch What Happens Live, like when Andy was interviewing all the RHONY girls, Brynn had said something about like Shep would be like kind of her perfect match. And I don't know, I just think it's so funny. And now it's like out everywhere. And I posted a poll of like match made in heaven or hell. And she thought it was funny.
She did think it was funny.
Yeah. What else do we got? Oh, did you guys see today Nene Leakes did the Carlos Kings, like did an interview with Carlos King?
I saw that she had an interview. Did you watch it? I didn't watch it.
I just
haven't
watched
watched
clips
it.
from Queens of Bravo posted some clips. So the clips that I watched were that she basically was like I started this game, like I'm it and it's nothing without me. And as soon as like Kenya came around, it started getting weird because none of us had to bring fake boyfriends on the show in order to be here. She said that Sheree can be fun when she wants to be, but she never found her that entertaining. And she also said that Cynthia had an alliance with all the producers and she wanted Nene off the show. And that's like how all the drama started. And then after I read all that, I saw that Sheree like immediately posted something about like an ensemble cast. I gotta read it because it was funny.
Do you like Cynthia?
No, I think she's a wet blanket.
Same. Okay. I just wanted to see if we were on the same.
She's got great cheekbones.
Cynthia,
she's a model.
Owns Bailey.
She looks great too.
Yeah.
Divorce
I
agrees
just
with
think
her.
she's like so.
Not because she's had one 3 times.
I know. No, and then she has huge weddings. Oh my God. In the
I
middle of
know.
COVID, she had that wedding.
I know.
She lost me with the friendship contract. Like
Oh,
after
yeah.
that, I was
She
like, I'm off.
She got weird. She was weird
I'm
on
off the
Rugged
train.
too. She was so awkward
She was
on Rugged.
so weird on Rugged. I mean, I don't like her. I think she sucks. I think she's like a wet blanket, like you
I like
said,
that
but-
I have you calling it Rugged now. It makes me happy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I started.
The thing
Whenever I see
Sheree,
Jersey, I'm like, Ranjay.
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 The thing that Sheree posted was our house, the beauty of an ensemble cast. And I said, seems like this post is directed at someone, and she liked it. That's really it. Summer House is filming. Looks like everyone's getting along. There was like a TikTok that went around.
I
which is
saw that
cute.
TikTok.
Yeah. Not a lot of news. Did you guys see anything else that I missed this week?
I don't think so. I think we
Yeah.
hit it all.
Yeah.
I think BravoCon was like the big highlight.
I think
so
it was.
I
Yeah.
hope that the Bravo celebrities just kind of respected the BravoCon space because that's their platform.
I think that they
so.
did. And I also hope all the ladies who didn't get tickets on Friday can get their tickets this Friday, at least one day, so that everyone could calm down and have a great time.
I know. Everyone calm
sending
down.
you guys
You'll
good
get your
vibes.
tickets.
I just want everyone to have fun, but like also like don't take it to a 10. Like let's keep it at like a solid 5 to 7 range.
I want everyone to have fun and at the same time calm the fuck down.
Yeah, like there's no
Please.
reason to be like, I'm never watching Bravo again. Well, then what are you going to do, Susan?
Your
What's
loyal
plan?
fans like me, Karen Smith, can't get a ticket. We are boycotting. I am on strike.
Okay,
Well,
bye.
and that's like people
Okay.
are like, we're the reasons Bravo has this following. And it's like you and millions of
Yeah.
others.
There's 7 gajillion shows. Like, they have a huge following. They don't need you. So
Yeah.
boycott. It's fine.
And I would say on average, at least every show gets 800,000 average, give or take a few of people watching. So yeah, if they have 10,000 tickets a day, sorry, unfortunately, you might not get a ticket, Karen.
Yeah. Bye, Karen. I hope
Mic
all the
drop.
I hope all the Karens don't get tickets though, secretly. Secretly. Do you guys want to know a funny sidebar? Has nothing to do
Yes.
with anything.
Always.
So I'm going to Italy. I'm taking my Nonna to Italy. My Nonna, my grandma. And she asked me the other day, "What does woke mean?" And I said, "Well, Graham, we have a 10-hour plane ride. I'm sure we'll figure it out."
You should make a PowerPoint presentation for
I
her.
like literally, it would take everything in me to explain that.
And
Which
fun
is why-
fact, Jenna is our most woke podcaster in our
I
group.
don't know.
Hmm.
Really?
You're
think
more woke
I
than
feel like
me, I'll say
Darcy's
that.
pretty woke. I feel like Darcy's pretty
Okay,
woke.
so maybe it's well, I'll say this. Y'all are both more woke than me.
I think you have, and just in like being a therapist, like you don't have a choice. Like
Yes,
you do, I
okay.
guess, but
Mhm.
who's gonna come and see you if they don't
Yeah.
feel like they can open up to you? You know,
True.
it's just my 2 cents. Let's get into the shows of the week. So Below Deck Sailing Yacht is over, but since we last recorded, we did have part 2 of the reunion, and I want to know all your guys' thoughts.
Okay, before we get into it, let me just say I was watching TikTok today and I came up on a post about Below Deck Sailing Yacht, and this girl did like a deep dive on the hotel rooms that Gary and Daisy were filming in, and they were both in Ibiza, and it looked like they were in the same hotel. So I think they're both filming for the new season. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh,
Jenna, where were they?
Ibiza.
Ibiza. So yeah, so I think they're both filming. This girl did like a deep dive. She's like, I don't, and if it would make sense, it would be like the producers put them up in a hotel, obviously the same hotel. They're not going to separate them. So that's just what I think. So I guess we'll find out. So there you go.
Guys, how would you explain to someone how to share a post? Click the little paper airplane. That's what I say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a paper airplane.
Yeah, that
You're
was just
flying
a
it to share
Shoo.
the paper airplane. Okay, let's get into it. I feel
Okay.
like there was a lot of like Daisy being a victim and crying, and I'm gonna get shit for that. I will say they piled on her pretty hard too, so that's the other side of the coin. Like, she was not owning a lot, but she was getting totally piled on. So I guess when you're backed into a corner like that, you will kind of fight back by crying. Whose side are you on, Colin or Daisy? I feel like that's what the whole like episode boiled down to, basically.
I'm on Colin's side.
Okay.
Neither.
Neither.
It's stupid. Neither.
I would say I was on Colin's side, but it doesn't seem like his hands were completely clean either. And
It's
they
weird that-
never are.
It's
right?
weird about the whole hooking up before thing. Like, I don't know. That part confused me. So why hide it? I guess Daisy's a big hide who you hook up with type of girl.
Yeah, I guess
Instead
so.
of just owning it.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe you hide who you hook up with if who you hook up with is Gary.
Oh
Or
yeah,
you
I would
mean when
definitely
you
hide
mean
that.
the Colin thing, like the before
Well,
season
I
Colin
think-
thing.
Yeah, before like both of them. She
Yeah.
did like she hid both
Well,
of them.
Okay, so they're both in like, let's call it
Own your
upper management of boats. And so I guess like coming in and being like, oh, we like fucked yesterday is like probably not a great way to like start leading your gang.
No.
But so I kind of get it.
All right, I'll let it slide if you use that as an excuse.
What I took from it was that he was more into it than she was, definitely in the beginning, and I feels like she only was into it more when he didn't want anything to do with her anymore.
It was weird though because apparently he was talking to another girl the whole time and they both knew about each
Right.
other, so he
Right.
couldn't have been that into it. I guess I don't know. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
Colin, so he's a playa. Playa on playa.
Playa, popcorn playa.
I feel like
You guys
also you
remember
need
that
something.
movie?
No, I don't
It's
watch
not from
movies.
How High. It's from
Oh.
How High.
I do like
Popcorn
that
playa. What?
I forgot what my train of thought was about.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's okay.
distracting today. I'm a
It's
distraction.
fine.
It's because I
Because
can't
you're
tell the difference
excited.
between the two of you because you look exactly the same. I gotta go change into my black t-shirt and bun and get some glasses. I'll be right back.
Winning.
I wanted to like get on Gary for not taking accountability and like not watching, and I kind of felt like in your contract you should be contractually obligated to like do your homework before the reunion. I feel like it's fucked up if you show up and you haven't watched anything. It's lame.
Do you think he really didn't watch, or he just didn't want to cop to watching and then having to take responsibility?
I think he was lying. He definitely
Final
watched.
answer.
How do you? If I'm on TV, I'm watching, and so are you,
Yeah.
Gary. You little liar.
He is a liar. But also he then went and like posted like a thing about, you know, basically like, you know, that he knows that he didn't have a great season and blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, well,
Moving
I guess
on.
we'll see how he handles Ibiza.
I'm just like, why didn't you do that? You mean Ibiza?
Ibiza?
Where is Ibiza? Spain. The other thing that came out, which I like, Andy just said it so nonchalantly that I'm like, did I miss the part where this was confirmed before? But Alex will be on Winter House.
God, it's gonna be such a weird cast. Thank you, Sandoval.
It's a mashup.
I can't wait. I hope Paige is mean to Malia. That's all I hope
there.
For. Paige didn't go?
No, I don't think she's there. I think it's Amanda, Kyle, Malia, Katie.
Katie who? The
Katie
new girl?
Fletty. No, Katie Fletty from Below Deck Med. That's Kate.
Okay.
Oh, Casey Craig, Danielle.
Okay.
And then Alex, Brian, Benny. Isn't like Schwartz there?
He was there for. I don't know if he made the whole season, but
I don't know if like but I don't think Paige and Craig were there. I don't think they were part of it.
You're right. I think you might be right.
But I didn't think that like Alex was an announced cast member, and then Andy just said it, and I was like, oh, did I miss the part?
I don't think they announced any cast members though.
Yeah, so I think that was him announcing it, I guess.
Well, I hope Amanda's mean to Malia. So
she's not going to be mean to anyone. She's gonna be like, Kyle. Can you be mean to her for me, Kyle?
Maybe Kyle will be mean, which I'm all for. So I hope somebody's mean to her because she's a snitch. And snitches get stitches.
Oh, and that other girl, Riley from Below Deck.
Unidentified blonde in bikini.
Casey Craig. That's Casey Craig. But Riley from Below Deck, the Ginge.
Oh, she's crazy. I love her.
Should I not
don't think
say
so.
ginger
That
anymore?
is not woke, and I take
Is it
back my
offensive?
statement.
I think you can say ginger.
I don't know if that's woke, guys.
If it's offensive,
Look it up,
I
Amanda.
take it back. I take it all back.
Anyway, I like Riley because she's a fucking lunatic, and she'll be mean to me. She'll be mean to
everybody.
Yeah.
She'll be insane.
I'm a big fan. She was so mean on the show. I loved it.
She's insane.
Anytime anybody said something to her, she came back so defensive. It was amazing.
So funny.
Okay.
Well, we'll see, but I feel like that's got to be the next show announced because it's the only trailer we have for a show that we.
Yeah, I'm like waiting for it. Like,
Well,
what's on tonight on Tuesdays? Because I don't even know. Nothing. So let's
it's like,
come on.
why do we have to have 2 Below Decks on Monday?
So
We're gonna
stupid.
get there. We're gonna get there. So there's nothing on Tuesday anymore. But last week on Wednesday we had Real Housewives of Orange County. I don't have like a funny way to say that. RHOC.
Roke L. Roker.
Yeah, Orange County. So I'm just gonna give my honest opinion. The beginning, like 30 minutes were boring.
Can you refresh my mind about the episode? I'm a little sleep deprived.
Like the first 30 minutes were like, okay, first, like I really like Emily. She's probably one of my favorites, honestly.
Okay.
But like, I don't want stop crying about your childhood upbringing. We all had
It's been the same. Everybody has trauma.
Right. And then you call your mom and she's like, hi, honey, and I can't wait to visit you. I'm like, yeah, this is weird.
My mom had to work multiple jobs to support me and my sister. Okay, that's a fucking good mom. Okay.
My mom was depressed. I'm like, welcome to my life. My mom doesn't listen. I know she doesn't listen. I'll find out in probably 6 months when she like catches up on this.
But like, it's been the same thing for if she's been on 4 or 5 seasons. It's the same thing every season. Like, I'm over it. Okay, I get it. Bye.
I don't even really know. Oh, Shannon going to John's house to cook, but we don't really ever cook. And then she spilled every condiment she possibly could.
Every time she opened the refrigerator. Well, that's because he didn't have like a thing on. She's like, John, what is happening, John? John, is this supposed to happen? Did I break it? John? I'm like, oh my God, no wonder why he left your ass.
Seriously. This is sponsored by Heinz. And then what else did we? Oh, she took her kids to the like consignment shop to buy
Oh yeah.
non-toxic clothes. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I don't even understand how these are
Off
less
gassed.
toxic.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know what that
gassed.
means. I don't know what that
I don't
means.
need an off-gassed Louis Vuitton. That's gross to me. I will buy an on-brand, all toxins added Louis Vuitton.
I'm always like, I want to go thrift shopping, and then I like watch a TikTok, and somebody's like, I went thrift shopping, and I ended up with hand, foot, and mouth disease. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I swear to God. I swear to God.
No, ma'am. No,
What
ma'am.
side of TikTok are you on?
I know.
You got like
you got a weird
Deck
algorithm.
Conspiracy theories and hand, foot, and mouth.
I
have a weird algorithm going. It's strange.
It's
So
a good
after
time.
that, like 30 minutes of like blah and boring, then they went to the marina again. Like enough boats, and they went on those little duffies to Nobu. And I'm like, also to be honest, like enough Nobu. Like anyone can go there. It's not like it's some exclusive club. Nobu,
I feel like Heather
everywhere.
really pushes Nobu because she might like know the chef there or something. But this is
BT Dubs. We're going to Nobu when we're in Vegas.
Literally anyone could go there.
We are going to Nobu, and I will say this: the Nobu, I think the Nobu at Caesars is the better Nobu, not the Nobu at Paris. So you have to go to the right Nobu. Yeah, I'm also going to Nobu in the Bahamas next month. I like Nobu, but like anyone can go there. It's not that exciting. Also, then like the acting coach was there. Why? I have no idea. Like,
are they
why
trying
was
to
there?
make her like a friend of though? Is she like she might be like a friend of because we haven't seen any friends of yet.
It's so weird. The whole thing is weird. I don't. Yeah, no, but I think because we have so many. Well, actually, Taylor's a friend of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she seems more like she's full time though.
Kind of, except we're not getting any really like we saw her like husband, but we're not getting any like family stuff with like Kennedy or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah. But anyways, so they're in the like they take those little duffies to Nobu, and then obviously Tammy Sue was like hammered again. Like every time she films, she's hammered.
Honestly, that would be me.
Yeah,
I can't even be mad at her. I kind of love it.
I can relate. And she basically tells Jen, like, your boyfriend's a loser or whatever.
I know.
Like,
he
said he wanted to fuck
hard.
me. Like, she brings it up again, and then what's her name? Jen is like, you better watch it. And then Napkin Gate happens, and she leaves, and blah blah blah. And then
do you think that Jen has something on Tamara?
I mean, it sounded like what she had was that Tamara said he was hot, which is like who cares?
Nothing. Yeah.
No, I don't think she has something. I think she has nothing, and she wants the heat off of her.
Honestly. I agree, because if she had something, she should have said it, which is what the other lady said. They're like, well, now is the time to say something, and she didn't open her mouth. So
I'm like, ugh, I'm over her and her boyfriend. He's so gross, and they're making merch.
Fucking gross.
The awkward watch what happens live where he's like, well, what do I think about what Tamara said? What I think is that when Tamara gives you lemons, we make lemonade, and I have a gift for you, Andy Cohen. Here's a hat, and it says dick pic. Like,
and
okay,
that's how you get hand, foot, and mouth.
It was just so
Andy was like, wow, you're already making merch.
Yeah.
Garbage.
It was so cringe-eroni. It was disgusting.
It really was. Like, you've been on TV he's definitely dating her, and he may not be cheating on her right now because he wants to stay on television.
For sure.
Hands down, I believe that.
He's just like another leech.
Yeah,
he's a skeeve.
He's like a Brooks. He's giving Brooks vibes.
Yes.
Which
oh my god, I was just gonna say that.
I feel like you said it before, and that's where I heard it from. So I feel like that's the vibe that he's giving.
He's gross.
For sure.
Gross. I'm not into it at all. Not into it. I thought he was like kind of attractive at first, but even the more I see him, I'm like, yeah, you're actually gross. And she doesn't look like any version of herself that she ever was.
So. She looks different every time I see her.
Unrecognizable.
And I feel like she hides her face. Like, I feel like I don't get a good picture of her face when she's filming, and then in every picture she looks different.
Yeah.
And she's a completely different person from when she was married to Will. Is that his name?
She's
Will?
like 10 versions in. Version 10.0.
Her body is banging, though. I will give her that.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The yoga studio is working.
I was going to say yoga.
We got to start doing yoga. That's the problem.
I'm not calm enough. You know, I took yoga in college. It was like I got like a
class.
Yeah, and I would go. It was Tuesdays and Thursdays mornings, and I would just lay there and sleep the whole time.
Well, you had to go to class. Say. anytime you walk into the room, you're already doing yoga.
Exactly. She was
You
like,
are
if you're
in
here,
practice.
Yeah.
if you are here, that is all that matters. And I would just sit
Yeah.
in child's pose. So I'd be hungover every time. So
I love yoga. It's a good stretch.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens tonight. I don't really remember what the previews were showing, but I'm sure it'll be a little more of the same. At least it's more drama. I feel like it was just boring before.
you know what was funny though is like Gina was really, really going hard for Heather. And then Tamara and Jen were also arguing at the table. So they were like zoomed out, but you couldn't hear any arguments because they were trying to like both get screen time. I would have been, I was more interested in Tamara than I was Gina because Gina's being a straight up bitch to Heather for
Oh my God.
for what? For what?
I sent you guys, I like screen recorded her chewing just because it was so gross. But I'm like, I can't even post anything like terrible about her because she literally watches everything and she will comment and she will like write back. And I just like don't want to deal with it.
You don't want to do. Oh, she definitely will comment and write back.
I know.
I have proof
Happy
of
Mother's
that.
Day, Amanda.
Happy Mother's Day, Amanda.
She's like a creep. She's a
I'm
fucking
like,
creep.
bro, you looked at my profile? Chill.
That is creepy. Let's move over to another creep, which is Drew on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Roa? No.
I
Roa?
feel like
doesn't work.
if they're giving us so much Drew, I'm not into it.
I
I'm
don't want
not.
any more
Yeah.
Drew.
Even like next week's previews were all Drew. I mean, about I guess the divorce
Okay.
is like their
Literally,
thing.
though,
So
this is what I feel like. She's totally an actress, and she's one of those Bravo celebrities that comes on and basically tanks their whole fucking life just so they can stay on a show. Like she's tanking her entire life just to stay relevant.
I don't know if she's tanking her life because honestly, Ralph is a piece of garbage.
Oh, I meant like this like affair thing, like all this stuff. Like she's just like tanking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the help of Ralph. Ralph and her are taking their lives together.
I like cannot take any more of her fucking terrible outfit choices either. Like it went from the like mullet, like Whitney Houston 1980s callback of the like in the freaking confessional to the like Pocahontas callback in the confessional.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, what did Marla say? This is some Gene on Gene violence.
Yeah, I mean her outfits are awful.
Looked like she was about
denim
to
on denim crime.
Denim on
denim crime, not Gene on Gene violence.
She looked like she was about to step into like a Canadian science lab with those fucking stupid ass sunglasses and her Canadian tuxedo.
Those sunglasses, I'm like, please take them off.
They're safety goggles.
Just because, you know what, in the words of Louis-Anne, even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes.
It's true. It's true.
So if it's a designer, doesn't mean you have to wear it. She goes to like
you don't have to put them all on at once. Oh, it's too much.
Jenna Lyons said that.
One label's enough.
No, Joe, my husband actually taught me this. You do the full fit or you don't do it at all. Like you got like you wear all the same label or you don't wear it. Or you wear one piece and then you wear some off-brand stuff. Okay.
I like it. I'm into it.
So I like never would I mix like a Prada shoe and a Louis bag ever. It's a full
you know
fit
who doesn't
or no
either?
fit.
Dorit always goes.
Oh, she's a full fit wonder.
She's
too much. She is decked out in the labels.
I love her.
I do too. Love her. Love everything about her. Okay, another episode where Kenya contributes nothing. Like she's either in bed or in a hospital, basically. So she fucking is gone with the wind, not so fabulous, and comes flying out.
Part of me felt bad that Candy had to go to the hospital with her.
Yeah, I think Candy did not want to go either. Like,
who would want to go?
I'm not going to a hospital in Portugal ever. One, for what? For what? Because you fell on your deflated butt? Like, no.
Yeah.
You wanted to make sure you didn't pop your butt. That's why you went.
Well, and she was like, yeah, it sucks that you fell, but like you were wearing the slippers that the hotel gives you. Like those are the slippers that like I get at the resorts we stay at. They are slippery. Yeah. There's no traction. Like you're gonna bust your ass.
Why are you wearing that? It just
I did.
She bounced off that ass too. Yeah. It looked like it hurt. It hurt me in my bones.
I did love the hotel's little like caution slippery when wet sign was a banana peel. Like I thought that was a really nice touch.
That is so funny. I will say Courtney has done like literally nothing for me at all, but her saying that it was karma, I was like, you're not wrong.
And then Drew being like mad about it, like Drew, enough.
If you're going to be mad about it, say something to her. Don't say it in your confessional, but like those are sometimes the thoughts that we keep to ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you guys think about Manetta riding so hard for Candy in Kenya? Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot. I don't know. Like, why is she riding so hard for Candy and Kenya? Like, what's the point? I don't get it.
No. And like really like you have had like really no real beef with Marlo Manetta. Like your only beef with Marlo is like beef of other people's making. And so like
Mhm.
why are you like just picking at her? On a day that was kind of nice where like everyone that was there getting along, like you just have to poke.
You know what I think
Leave
is
Marlo
funny?
alone. She's the only one showing up to work.
Exactly.
Leave her alone.
What I think is funny is Drew also rides really hard for Candy and Kenya, but Candy was like making fun of her, and she's like, "And scene."
Watch What Happens Live afterwards, and it was Erin from RHONY and then Candy from Atlanta. And my new favorite shady question is which cast member is rudest to fans? And she wouldn't give an answer, which made me know that the answer was Kenya because she would have shaded any other person.
Mhm.
But she doesn't want to listen to Kenya's shit, so she didn't shade her. But if it were anyone, if anyone else was the answer, she would have said it.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I guess,
And I could see Kenya being an asshole to
for
fans.
sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. She's an asshole to her staff. She's an asshole to everyone.
Yeah.
Just in like the promo for the rest of the season, it's like her getting out of her car and someone's being like, "And who are you?" And she's like, "You should know
already
who
know.
I
Yeah.
am." And it's like, ooh, I hate that shit.
Yeah. She's one of the ones that needs to be replaced. She's got to go. I'm over her. She doesn't really work much. She doesn't really bring anything besides her bitchiness. And it's not like a fun bitchiness either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we end the episode with this whole thing coming out about Drew had made out with LaToya. First of all, I had to like go back. I didn't even know who LaToya was. I don't remember anything about that. I didn't even know that Drew was part of the cast when they went on the Bolo trip. Like, I really got lost in time for a second, but I don't even remember LaToya. Don't remember her. Like, not noteworthy, apparently.
Isn't she who Portia ended up stealing the husband from?
No, that was Fallon.
Okay,
yeah.
Fallon.
I liked Fallon. No, I don't remember this girl, but anyways, they go back and forth about that, and then it like cuts to like 3 months later, and Drew announces her divorce, and apparently she's having an affair with Ty, who I had to do a little deep dive on Ty, but Ty was not the co-star of the movie that Candy and Todd are producing. She's like just a friend.
Okay.
Is she a basketball player?
Yes.
They keep saying, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm like, good for you. If that makes you happy, great. It's like, guess what? A lesbian affair, not salacious news. It's fucking 2023.
It's like, I literally don't care about anything about Drew. No. I wish you would leave me alone.
I know. Enough Drew, please. Please, enough Drew. Give me more Marlo, less Drew.
And I feel like the rest of the season is going to be very Drew heavy because of this.
Yeah, probably so, which is annoying.
Great.
Let's skip over to RHONY.
Yes.
I'm just loving it. I feel like it is like you cannot compare it, to the like original cast at all. It's just totally different.
Very different.
There's not a single person from any of the like previous seasons that could really be a part of this group. They're just so different in the way that they're like influencers and like media moguls and socialites, but not like Tinsley type socialites, not Palm Beach type socialites. Like it's just a totally different vibe, and they're like down to earth, but also really like elite and popular, and I like it.
I love it.
It's so good.
It's good,
and it's just refreshing.
I'm into it. It is. I'm into it. It's something different, like maybe we needed something different.
One thing I'll say about this episode is we could use a little more drinking. Because it was kind of a dry
They
episode.
don't drink, though.
They like, half of them don't even drink. So we could use a little more like messy Bryn drinking for sure.
I was going to say, we definitely noticed the absence of Bryn.
Yeah, I did for sure. Yeah. I missed her.
So we break out in like the first 10 seconds of basically Sai saying like, I have to pack my outfits for my moods. And I just thought that was hysterical. And I made a meme about it, just about like how I choose my cocktails the way that Sai chooses her outfits. So what would you say is your overly glam cocktail?
A martini.
Okay.
Probably some champagne.
Okay.
Like some good, like maybe some Dom.
Mine is the French 75.
Good choice.
What's your cranky bitch cocktail?
Jameson.
Oh, okay.
Shots of tequila.
Yeah, I just put red wine. I feel like if I'm drinking that, I'm miserable already. Your country club cocktail?
Ooh,
Rosé.
Prosecco.
Okay, mine is a white wine spritzer.
Mhm.
Your equestrian. I kind of struggled with this one. I didn't really know what equestrians do.
Mine's an
Water?
Aperol Spritz.
I was literally
Water.
gonna say water. I just wrote prosecco. I kind of struggled.
I'm an Aperol Spritz.
What's your around the way chick cocktail?
What's an around
Heineken.
the way chick mean?
A Heineken?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I don't know what it actually means, but I just feel like it's like a down ass bitch. Like that's an around the way chick
Yeah.
in my
Oh,
opinion.
vodka soda.
I put a vodka
soda.
cran. Like that's
Okay.
a total like my like 2000s callback drink. Hipster cocktail.
A Negroni Spagliato
Oh.
with Prosecco in it.
I'm not really into the hipster vibe, I'll be honest.
Do you know what that means? Wrong Negroni. Spagliato means wrong. Mine is a Moscow Mule. Hipster.
Oh, I can't drink a Moscow Mule.
Oh, they're so good.
And then what's your Upper East Side rich bitch cocktail?
A Belvedere martini, straight up, extra dirty with blue cheese stuffed olives.
Oh
boy.
my goodness. I'll go with a fancy glass of champagne.
Mine is an espresso martini.
Oh.
We gotta talk. All right, I need your thoughts.
Yeah.
Espresso martini with tequila?
Yeah, that was weird to me.
Because that threw me.
No.
But
me as well.
I'm curious.
I don't want anything with tequila, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
It's like the day I don't remember from my bachelorette. It's like the second time I've like drank tequila since like a Cancun spring break.
The guy at customs was like, "You didn't bring any tequila back?" I'm like, "Sir, if I even smell tequila, I'm gonna die. So no, thank you."
Do you remember the guy like vomiting everywhere and all over himself in the Cancun airport?
Yes, I do. We were
Like-
Oh, I
watching
wasn't
him.
with
He had
you
like a
guys.
garbage bag.
Oh,
No,
yes,
he had, like,
yes. We were just at different gates. No, I did see that.
Yeah.
Well, unless there's probably a lot of people that do that in Mexico, but
Oh my god.
we went
was like-
for my bachelorette. We went to Mexico a couple of years ago. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
It
Great.
was so
time.
much
All
fun.
inclusive.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. All inclusive, but with top shelf. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Same.
I just wanted to shout out Aaron for making a bougie spread. Caviar. So into it. You know I love my caviar. I'm so into it. And caviar on Pringles is a yes. Caviar on chips is a yes. Caviar on baked potatoes is a yes. Like it doesn't only have to be on like a little tiny pancake. Okay?
You
Okay.
would know. I would take your word for it.
Yep. You are the caviar
It's so good.
authority.
Everything about caviar is so good.
Is it like salty? I've never had
Yes.
caviar.
It depends what kind you get, but yes, if you
Okay.
get like a sturgeon, it can be salty for sure. I don't like salmon roe or anything like that. That's gross to me personally. It's a little fishy, but I like a
Okay.
nice black sturgeon. It's very good.
Okay.
I go to the Russian market. This is a secret tip for anyone who loves caviar. If you go to a restaurant and buy 1 ounce of caviar, it's going to run you anywhere from 200 to 500 to thousands, depending on like the quality. But if you find your local Russian market in your neighborhood, you can get the same quality caviar. I get the same quality 6 ounce jar for $130. Do the math, bitches.
The more you know, you'll learn something new every day.
Find your local Russian market, people. That's what I'm talking
Okay.
about. But I feel like caviar on a Pringle is Kathy Hilton approved.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I feel like Jenna, like she said a lot of like profound stuff this episode, but she got like, I don't know why she got lost for me. I think she's just so cool that I'm like, I just expect her to like be cool and show up in like an old Mercedes and stuff
I'm
like that.
obsessed with her. Like, just absolutely obsessed with her.
She's pretty legit.
And like how we were talking about like Emily keeps sharing like her childhood trauma. Like Jenna shared shit about her childhood, but not in a way that was like too much or too overdone.
It was
or
almost like we just glazed right
suffocating.
over. Like I
Yeah.
forgot it happened because it was like, oh yeah, like no, we didn't have a great relationship because my mom had Asperger's.
Yeah.
And I was outed by the New York Post. No biggie.
Yeah. Confirm.
I feel like I wanted to look up who she's dating because I think it is a little more public knowledge, but I forgot to do that. But I respect her for not wanting to put that on the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I respect that. I do.
she's giving us so far giving us enough in other areas where like she's not lacking in sharing with about herself yet.
Agreed. Okay, I need your thoughts on Uba because we definitely got a lot more Uba this time.
She's a lunatic and she is truly herself and just like gives no fucks about who does or does not like her.
Yeah. She's like a nice Chanel Ion.
She stole the coconut milk. I was dying.
When she's in the kitchen like, hi, how are you?
So good.
It was just fun. And like she doesn't drink. She's just like fun.
Yeah, that's just like
life.
her. Yeah, there you go.
Episode was missing Bryn for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Let's talk a little about Jessel. I feel like this is like Darcy kind of called it, but I feel like we're headed to Splitsville.
Oh, absolutely. Our kids are like 2.
Have sex with your husband.
Yeah.
And if you don't, lie about it.
I mean, how embarrassed must he feel?
I know. Probably very. And like
I'd be mortified.
I was embarrassed just having to listen to it. So like it made me deeply uncomfortable. Like, no, thank you.
The whole thing too with like the lingerie and like I look like a Christmas tree. Like it was so rude. So when Jenna like gave out the lingerie, I wasn't really sure what was happening. I'm like, is this her brand or she just bring gifts to people? Like I don't understand. But like so rude. How rude can you be?
So rude. So incredibly rude. I don't like her anymore. I would never act like that when I receive a gift. If I want to go home and be like, bro, look at the shit that she gave me to my husband, that's one thing. But you always are appreciative of anything someone gets you. That's just civil behavior.
Yeah.
I think she's very insecure. Like she talked about going through the rounds of IVF and like what that did to her body and then having the twins and sort of everything that's like come along after that. So like I think she's very insecure and just it bubbled up as her lashing out about the nightie, but like that's not just say like, oh, you know what? Thank you. But it didn't really fit.
Right. And being honest, she's kind of the one that like doesn't fit in the group for me. And it doesn't feel like there's a real like a deep, meaningful connection with like anyone in the group. TBD. We get more Bryn next week. I think that'll be better. What'd you guys think of Crappie Lake this week?
Just a riot.
I love it.
It is really like the adult simple life.
It's like so funny.
It is really funny. We had like,
and I love how they're so into it. They don't complain. They just like do it. Like that's like my vibe. Like I love that for them.
Like, you know, Miss like eggs a la France. Like I did expect her to be like a little like nose up to these people, but she's really not any more than just like a little fun shade. But
yeah,
I think it's really sweet. And
there was like one lady on it who was like, you know, I thought they would come here and they'd, you know, judge us and be like this, but they're really nice people. And I was like, well, that's really good to hear.
Yeah. And I honestly totally forgot that Luann was like a nurse until she was like taking care of that guy's disgusting toe. I'm like, like, they're gonna like barf, and I'm like, oh my god, no, she's like helping him. And then
she's a nurse. I was grossed out. She didn't have gloves on. That really shaved me.
Flinch though. Like
I didn't know what happened.
Pulled up the toenail, and he was like, oh
no,
and then bleeding out, and is just sitting there like. I stubbed my toe, and the words that come out of my mouth. First page of the Urban Dictionary. Like this motherfucker didn't even bat an eye.
No, he just was like, I'm like, oh my god,
so gross.
Anyway,
yeah. So it was fun. The Crappie Hour, the Testicle Festival.
It was cute.
The high tea, the Folly tryouts.
The Folly tryouts. The Follies are like it's like my favorite part of
it. It is really funny. Ew, I couldn't watch the guy that was like the contortionist though. I was like so gross.
When Luann had to go and like pull his arm. I was like, ooh.
So gross.
It was a big episode for Luann and like medical interventions.
It really was.
So gross. Is Summer
it really
crying?
like
No, I think that's Louie.
Oh.
Oh, Louie.
Yeah, that's Louie. That's Louie.
He's got some pipes.
All my kids
tough day,
do.
Lou.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
You know. Sorry if anybody heard that.
This is called life. We do it on its terms, you know? No need to apologize. Yeah, I'm into Crappie Lake. I'll keep watching it. I like that it's just like a little 20 minutes of fun. It's kind of a nice way to
Same.
like, I mean, I don't watch the shows at night because I'm asleep for 2 hours already. But I imagine if I did, it would be like the nice little like wind down after like 2 hours of drama.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's fun.
Yeah, it's cute. I'll keep watching for sure. I wonder how many episodes it is. It can't be more than like 8 to 10, right?
Yeah, that's what I
I
think.
think
Yeah.
you're probably right. I think
Yeah.
you're probably right. And then last night we had the double episode, this dreaded double episode of Below
It's
Deck
too
Down
much.
Under.
Like,
It's a
stop
lot.
force feeding it to me. Like,
I
leave me wanting
know.
more after one episode. Because
Yeah.
after the first one, I was like, ooh, what's going to happen next? Who's coming aboard?
No.
I wonder why they're shoving it down our throats, or like why they're trying to end the season so fast.
Well, with this one, I think that it's because they moved it from Peacock to Bravo, so they're not sure what the
Okay.
ratings and like reception will be. So, which I'm like, you guys are stupid because everyone loves Captain Jason. Hashtag
Yeah.
Captain Cutie. Like people love him, so you guys are dumb. They're gonna watch for him. But I think that's why. And also, like, I wouldn't mind one double episode every now and again if I didn't already know that there's going to be a double episode every single week.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a lot. By the end of like the second episode, I'm like, all right, let's move this along.
And the first one was a long episode, too. Like, it went past the dreaded double
It was
episode.
yes, the first one was a long episode.
Yeah.
I was just like, I finished the first one and I was like all jazzed. I'm like, great, I can go back to watching Shark Week now. Like, it was an episode about the sharks in the Bermuda Triangle, and they tagged her, and then somebody killed her. So they like, that's a whole nother
That's a
podcast.
different
Oh my
podcast,
God.
Darcy.
But I was really disappointed when like Below Deck came on again, and I was like, man, I want to watch my sharks.
And like so much happened in the first episode, and then like really nothing happened in the next one except Culver came
nothing is
back.
happening. Yeah.
But let's get into it a little bit. Deck team not thriving. Hopefully they'll thrive a little more.
Luke sucks at his job. He's a horrible bosun. Sorry.
He's a fucking creep.
Okay, I have to say this. Like, this is 2023. No unwanted touch without consent. I posted
Yeah.
like screenshots of that whole scene, and then I wrote, consent is cool, just saying. And he reposted it. I'm like, yeah, no, it's you need to get consent. That's what would be cool.
I think that went completely over his head.
Yeah.
It's just, it's skeevy. It's gross. Like,
he's a skeevy motherfucker.
You're not
and he's stuck to this
confident.
job.
Yeah, like you're not confident. You're a scared little
What
bitch.
did he call it?
Oh,
a
he's
kiss
gross.
from down under.
Yeah. He gives me the
No.
ick. He gives me the
Consent is cool. Harry, so sweet. So simple and sweet.
Oh, I love Harry.
I'm 6'5", but I like to say that I'm 6'4" because, 6'3" is too short, 6'5" is too tall, but girls really like 6'4". I know it from experience. I'm giving him a weird accent. I don't even know where he's from.
like Goldilocks of height.
Just
like
little cutesicle. Really is.
I like him.
Such a cutie pie. Laura, I think I like her. Like, I can't tell, but I think I like her.
Yes.
And she's like not wrong with some of the stuff she's saying.
Exactly.
Like,
I agree.
the preference
See?
she clearly stated, they like a lot of ice in their drinks. So like when she's saying like, I would put out a bucket of ice, like she's not wrong.
She's not
No.
wrong.
It's funny.
She's not.
I don't just like dance. I love dance.
Love.
I love it all from A to Z.
She's like, I can't go out there. I can't let them see me.
How could you expect me to make pancake without flour?
Aisha definitely regretted asking her to dance.
Oh,
after
for
she
sure.
was like, oh, fuck.
It's like,
She takes a little bit long to get ready.
yeah.
She's a little
That
bit
was obnoxious.
That
And
was
she
too
doesn't
much.
even, I'm going to be honest, she doesn't look like that great. Like, what are you,
No,
what are you
she
doing
was
that you're
wearing
taking
like a
that
Michael
long?
Kors like button-down dress from like 2016 that she got from
She was
TJ Maxx.
dressed like the deck crew in that dress, and like she straightened her hair.
I don't know what to
Yeah,
I
it
would have
doesn't
left
even-
her ass. Like,
Yeah, you would.
I'm not waiting an hour and a half for anybody.
Oh,
Toodles.
we talked about how like what a creep Luke is, but we didn't talk about the fact that Margot was the new Stu that got introduced this week, who did not
Yes.
give consent for her down under kiss.
I think I
He
like
just
her
kissed
too.
her on the lips. He didn't like kiss her down.
No, he called it.
under.
He,
Yeah.
I know he
Oh.
did, but I feel like
Oh.
we need to make that
Got
distinction.
it. Yes. Yes. Not a rapist, but no consent was given. Distinct.
You raped her mouth, though.
Oh my God.
not woke.
So I don't know if I like Margot yet. I didn't get enough of her, but I do know that like this like messy vibe that's gonna happen with her and Luke, and then Luke kisses Laura next week. Like it's a whole thing.
Well, speaking of Margot, it really set me off that she didn't set the table when she woke up, and then the guests were all sitting there. That stressed me out. I'm like, why isn't the table set? Why? And then like she was like, wait, you didn't set the table? She's like, no.
But you know what? Like the down under vibe is like, okay, who cares? Like it's so like if Captain Sandy saw that, someone would have been fucking fired.
That's what I'm yeah.
I feel like
right.
we're just so used to like Captain Sandy and like
and Captain Lee.
Yeah. And even like even Captain Carey on Below Deck Adventure got like that a little bit.
Okay.
Do you guys think
do you
think that's coming back?
Didn't sit well with me.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Do you guys think
I don't know.
Adventure is gonna come back?
I've never watched it.
It's like it was fine. The Jeep stew was like a wackadoo, but I kind of liked her. It was fine. I wasn't really into the adventures, which I think is like the allure. But
yeah,
it was fine.
I mean, watch Survivor if you want to watch an adventure.
Kind of agree with that. Yeah. We got Culver back. Were you guys Culver fans last season?
He's got $1 million smile.
Oh,
just like beaming.
Yeah, he must have paid a lot.
He seems like
that.
He's chill. He seems chill. So.
Yeah, I honestly I remember I liked him, but I did forget that he was the one that would he drank on charter and stuff like that.
It's like I like that. Yeah, it's fun.
They were a hot mess last season. I forgot how much of a hot mess that they were. Like the chef Ryan, who was just like a fucking asshole, like line cook, basically.
Yeah.
Push more vacuums. How many vacuums have you pushed, Aisha? I like the chef, Serena. I like her.
I love her.
She is funny.
Love her.
She's obsessed with Captain Jason, and I feel
she's like I'm not really nervous to cook for him. I just don't want him to be like, if we get married, will you cook like this for me every day? That she said out loud when he hugged her, never let go. It was so funny.
She is obsessed with him. It's so good. Every time he says something, she comments, he's so hot. I'm like, he really is funny.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, but it was the double episode takes a lot out of you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I think you brought it up, Amanda, in our group chat that Adam's starting to get a little pissed off at people.
Yeah. I don't know why he's so angry. You didn't even clean up the spilled glass, bro. I got a problem with you.
He went to the School of Maritime Law. So I think
yeah, well,
it bothers him. I think he's so cute. He wants to buy a house for his mom.
He is cute.
He's from Brooklyn. Well, I just think he's so cute.
He doesn't sound like he's from Brooklyn or anywhere in the tri-state area.
That's true.
That's just my little asterisk.
He's in the city today.
But he's adorable.
I saw it on his story. I wrote to him actually, and I said, "I'm in the city for one night. What would you do?" He said the Drake concert's tomorrow.
Oh.
Anything else on shows over the week?
No,
nothing new coming out. Same lineup next week. We got OC tomorrow night. Sunday we got RHONY, Crappie Lake. I don't like Roa. I'm not saying that anymore. Atlanta, RHONY, Crappie Lake, and then the dreaded double episode of Below Deck Down Under.
Ugh, so much.
Sexy Captain Jason. Him and Aisha were really funny on Watch What Happens Live After. I will say that. They were just like saying things that were like, if an American said them, they were like such sexual innuendos, but like they didn't mean anything by them.
Aisha kind of grosses me out a little.
Oh, with the labia lettuce?
Yeah. Well, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it. I didn't.
That was weird.
But, yeah.
They're the things that look like little lettuce leaves that hang down. Is that even right? I don't know.
I don't know. She is, even before when she was on Below Deck Med, she skeeved me a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I stuck my finger up my butt to feel my poop.
I'm sorry, what?
I forgot about her on there. And she was like, she loved that
her finger up her butt to feel her poop.
Jack. She loved Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
They were so in love.
And Jack was like, Jack got a girlfriend. Yeah. Like, he had a girlfriend.
Which was that other girl that was on the season of regular Below Deck, right?
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I don't know.
the crazy one that They ended up asking her to leave. I think it was regular Below Deck. She was just like really kooky. I gotta think of her name now.
Was it Rocky?
No. It was
Okay.
later. No, that girl was nuts. The
Okay.
mermaid, Rocky the mermaid.
Yeah,
That
Rocky
jumped
my
off the
God.
side of the
Wild.
boat with the chef Leon.
Yeah, within her thong.
Leon.
In her thong.
No, what the heck? I don't remember this girl's name. It'll come to me. I think it was the season with like Francesca, maybe. I don't know. She was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs too, but that's who she dated. He dated, I think.
Okay.
Anywho, anything else, kids?
There you have it. No.
All right. Well, if you like what you heard here, you can follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, so you can find out when our next episode will be airing. It will just show up right in your feed if you follow us on Spotify. We also post a lot of great content on all of our socials. We are at Boujee Bravo Bitches on Instagram and Threads, at Boujee Bravo Bitches on TikTok, and at Boujee Bravo Bees on Twitter. We also have a brand spanking new Facebook page, so go ahead and give a little like to Boujee Bravo Bitches and join us. We want to connect with our peeps. We'd love to talk and chat with you. And yeah, those are all of our platforms.
That's it, bitch.